Good morning, beloveds. Cat's being cute. Okay. All right. It is December 20th. We are nigh on Christmas. So, I said that. It's December 20th. Our title is I Will Come and Heal. Our author is Christina Kox-Walthall, and this was published in Daily Inspiration from 1985. Daily Inspiration for Better Living. So it's the Universal Foundation for Better Living, which I'm not familiar with, but hey, you might want to check them out. Okay. I let my mind and heart feel a deep awareness of God's healing presence. Truly, I feel upheld and sustained by God's love. I affirm divine order in all things. When we think in terms of divine order, we let go of anxiety and fear, and we never feel that we are alone. We see the power of God at work. We have faith that there is a way out, and we realize that there is a divine fulfillment for every need. With faith in God's power to heal, fear and insecurity have no place in my heart. I take refuge in God's all-enfolding love, and I am confident and unafraid. Let us pray. I bless my life. I bless any situation or any circumstance that has caused me concern. I go forth this day filled with the confidence in God's guidance, and I rest my concerns in God's care. All my steps are guided and directed by God's presence and power. All things are working together for the good through the wisdom and power of Spirit. Then she ends with a quote from Matthew. I will come and heal them. Go thy way, and as thou hast believed it, so be it done unto thee. Matthew 8, 7, and 13. Okay, which I'm going to lean back on what Reverend Norm says. Anytime you read a Bible quote, especially since it was 7 and 13, go back and read them in context. When we take Bible quotes out of context, we can really abuse them. Not that I suspect that Christina did that. I'm sure that she was using it to as the basis for her paper or her selection here. But it's always a good idea to read a Bible context or a Bible quote in context, because you never know what it's going to mean. People can really twist Bible quotes. So go back and read it in context. It may be, I'm wondering, it's when the Roman soldier comes to Jesus to have his son healed, but I'm not sure. Reverend Arthur could tell you. Okay. So I can get a little weird about the healing right now, simply because I am dealing with my own health challenges, and I can honestly say, though, that the second one, let's see, when we think in terms of divine order, we let go of anxiety and fear, and we never feel that we are alone. We see the power of God at work. We have faith that there is a way out, and we realize that there is a divine fulfillment for every need. Okay, so I think it's the divine fulfillment for every need. One of the things that, when it comes to healing, the last thing we want to do is spiritual bypass. We never want to blame the person who has the condition, okay? I.e. me dealing with my autoimmunes. If somebody comes at me and says, well, you just don't believe strong. Your faith isn't strong enough. Your belief isn't strong enough. One, I'm going to get upset because that's not fair. They don't know my relationship with God. Okay. And two, how dare they? How dare they assume that my faith isn't strong? I am having this challenge. It is and I'm going to use the word, because I'm talking about myself, I have agreed to this challenge. Okay. I have agreed to this challenge. And until I am done with it, this is where I'm at, and when I'm done with it, and so when she says there's a divine fulfillment for every need, that's one of those reminders that when you're dealing with people like me with an autoimmune, or which causes chronic pain and chronic fatigue, there's a divine fulfillment for every need. It doesn't mean what my need may be is not what you would expect. Okay? My need may not be to go back to what I was before I had the challenge. Okay? So when you treat 4 people, one, clearly ask them what they want. And if they don't know, then treat for their highest and best. And even if they do know what they want, always treat for what they want, but then treat for their highest and best. Okay? Because the fulfillment of that need may not be what you expect. It may not be what they expect, because I can honestly say that the challenge that that I have right now has done wonders for my compassion. So there is a purpose for it. Would I have liked to have gotten there a different way? Probably, but this is what we're at. So which is why I get a little weird about healing. Because people who do not have the same challenges will simply run over those of us with challenges, going, well, this is what you need. Yeah, I appreciate it, but no. So, it's always that reminder. This is why we say God works in mysterious ways. This is exactly why we say God works in mysterious ways. Because what looks like a healing for me may not look like a healing to you. And I can always give you the best example is that death is a healing. It is. Because these bodies weren't designed to last forever. So now they are designed to last for a period of years, and they will last a little bit longer if we take better care of them. But that's, but then when I say take better care of them, that's different for everybody too. So when surrendering to the divine order, it does lessen fear and anxiety. When understanding that there is a way out, regardless, that there is a solution, and sometimes people who are in need of healing, and let me remind you, when we talk about healing, I'm talking about physical healing, but we can talk about physical healing, we can talk about mental healing, we can talk about emotional healing, all of which are very valid. The only problem is with mental and emotional healing, it's a little bit harder because it doesn't show the same way as, physical challenges. If you watch me walk, you can see that there's a problem. But my anxiety, well, that may show up a different way. Now, I say that, my anxiety is much, much better. I've done a whole lot of work on it. And part of it is knowing that I'm not alone. Surrendering to that divine order and understanding that no matter what is going on, God is always there. That God is closer to, and it goes a long way because what it does is it gives me that peace and calm where I can pay attention to what's going on around me and I can make different choices. Okay. And sometimes that is the biggest healing, is to, one, learn that we are a choice, and two, to learn we have more choices than we thought we did, and to make different choices. So there's all that. Now, this is an extremely powerful piece from just that second paragraph. Like I said, that we let go of anxiety and fear, we never feel that we are truly alone. We see the power of God at work. You want a mission today? That would be the mission. to see God, the power of God at work. What does it look like? Okay? Because it looks like so much more than we think. Because with God, we expect big miracles. And yet, what about the little everyday miracles that happen all the time? That's God's power at work. You know, any day that I wake up feeling better than I did the day before, that's God's power at work. I did not eat well last night, and my stomach is telling me off about it, but my knees are not. Like, when I went for the walk today, the walk was good. Like, I felt better on the walk, and I'm like, okay, yeah, and we'll talk about tomorrow. So, because my choice in food makes a difference in how I feel. So I was like, okay, that's God's power at work. All right. With faith in God's power to heal, fear and insecurity have no place in my heart. Okay? I take refuge in God's all-enfolding love, and I am confident and unafraid. I used to call them power statements. That's a power statement. Because she's just calling it out. Look, you know what? I'm going to take refuge in God's all-enfolding love. This is the first place I'm going to go when anything happens. And then she does this beautiful treatment. She says, let us pray. And then she does. I bless my life. I bless any situation or any circumstances that has caused me concern. Let's talk about that for a minute. Blessing the circumstances that cause us concern. Frequently what happens when we have a situation that causes us concern, we don't bless it. We frequently curse it. We say all kinds of awful things about whatever the situation is that is causing us concern. What a change it would make in our life if we blessed situations that caused us concern instead of cursing them, including people. Now it's a little easier to think about, blessing people that cause us concern. Is because we have this one. It's halfway a joke, and God bless you and keep you far away from me. So what about blessing a situation? And how would you bless a situation? I'd have to think about it. I'm not sure I can give you a real world example, but I mean, just simply saying, God bless this situation. I know I'm not in it by myself, and that I will be guided to the best actions to take to get out of it. There you go. All right. I'm gonna. I don't have to give you a real world example because I can do that. And sometimes it's nice. Let's say I go forth this day filled with confidence in God's guidance, and I rest my concerns in God's care. Yes, I have all the cares in the world. But I'm going to set them into God's care because I know that God is going to take care of those concerns by guiding me. I'm not abdicating my responsibility for taking care of my stuff. But what I'm saying is I'm not doing it alone. And there you go. I feel like that. I feel like the father from My Big Fat Greek Wedding. If you haven't watched it. So, all things are working together for the good through the wisdom and power of Spirit. So I already kind of halfway handed you a mission about, looking for the power of God in your life. But I still am serious about that. But the mission today, should we choose to accept it, is to bless the situations that cause us concern. Okay? Bless the situation and see how that changes how you look at the situation. Bless the situation and set it into God's care and expect the guidance. Okay? That is the mission today. I'm actually really happy with that. Bless the situation. Ooh. All right. I have a busy day today, so I am going to get my act together and get going, but So you have your mission today to bless the situations that cause you concern. I'm going to remind you about the other mission, which is to do something loving for yourself, do something kind for yourself, do something compassionate for yourself. Self-care is a spiritual practice, okay? You cannot pour from an empty cup. So that's for the reminder to take care of yourself. As I said, she's talking about healing. She starts off talking about healing. And these bodies will, if we take care of them, last a significant portion of time. So take care of yourself, physically, mentally, and emotionally. All right? And what does that look like? Take a deep breath before you speak. Take a walk, take a nap, take a walk, take a nap, take a break. I almost said take a drink, and then I almost said take a bath. Those are the two things that jumped out at me. My week looks a little weird, so normally I would take a shower on Wednesday, and I'm not. I'm going to do it tomorrow because I have a doctor's appointment tomorrow. So, I'm also going to the gym tomorrow. So yeah, everything's going to be a little weird. But here we are. So what was I going to say? I don't know what I was going to say. So here we are. Self-care. Take a walk, take a nap, take a break. Human equivalent of turning it. I'm going to remind you why I advocate spiritual practice of self-care. You are your own best test subject. You get immediate feedback if it's loving, kind, compassionate. I'm also encouraging you to create a habit. I'm encouraging you to create a first response, which is loving, kind, and compassionate. But I'm also want to remind you that you are a beloved child of God. You deserve your own love. You deserve your own kindness. You deserve your own compassion. Okay? It's easy to practice on people that we love. It's fairly easy to practice on people we don't know. Practicing on ourselves is more of a challenge. And, it's kind of like blessing people that we don't care for. God bless you and keep you far away from me. Same idea. It's like, you know what? Practice on yourself. That way, your first response to any situation can be loving, kind, and compassionate. That's what Christina is talking about. Is like, you know what? God is always there. Let's put it in let God care about it. And then accept the guidance in any situation. One of my other suggestions is eat dessert first. One, I'm kind of a big believer in eating dessert first. Two, I'm going to remind you that, what I mean by eat dessert first. Don't save the good stuff. Okay? Your life is a special occasion. So treat it as such. Wear the fancy clothes, eat the fancy foods, drink the fancy stuff, use the fancy dishware. Make the occasion special. Don't wait for a special occasion. Make the occasion special. All right. And then joy. Joy is a quality of God. Therefore, joy is a quality of you. Therefore, go ahead and make room for joy. It does not matter what is going on in the world. It does not matter what is going on in your life. It is extremely important that you make room for joy. If for no other reason, then it is definitely connected to hope. Okay? When you make room to let the joy bloom in your life, it breeds hope like nobody's business. All right. Okay. The rest of the suggestions are basic, easy self-care. Do something to engage your mind, your body, whatever that looks like today. It was 50 degrees, and so we could have gone for a bike ride, but I didn't think about that until we were out for the walk. And he's like, we can turn around. I'm like, nope, I'm committed now. So, drink plenty of water. Hydration is super important. You know how I feel about hydration. Your body works better, your brain works better, and your skin looks better when you are well hydrated. So hydrate. Get that early in your day bright light. The clouds are kind of, so I was like, but I got a little bit of sun. Yeah, it was good. I didn't have to wear my sunglasses, but I was out between that 7 and 9 in the morning. And that's just, science says between 7 and 9, the sunlight is at a good angle to hit you to get that vitamin D. And you only need like 5 to 10 minutes. So if it's not enough or you are out of that range, then please Google sun lamp or seasonal effect disorder lights. Artificial light can help too. So You'll sleep better. You'll have more energy. It works. It's science. You can look it up. It's called a circadian rhythm. Okay. Natural hormone cycle. Okay. And then I'm going to end with my Ernest Holmes quote. Open the windows of your soul. Allow the breath of heaven to remind you, you do live in heaven right here, right now. It's all around us all the time. Okay. It's a mindset. It's a state of mind. It is not a place you have to get to, but can become any place you are when you recognize that it's a mindset. Okay. When you create that heavenly mindset, which you come pre-installed with the Christ consciousness, and that's what it is. Okay. And that Christ consciousness, I read a quote from Ernest Holmes. It's that realization that you are, that you are one with that which created you, which is not the best way to quote that. So I'm paraphrasing now. And that you have the power to change your life, change your thinking, change your life. We kind of live on that. And the password to activate Christ consciousness is love. In every situation, where can you bring in the love? So, oh yeah, Ernest Holmes. And you can always take Emma Curtis Hopkins' advice when you're creating that heavenly mindset. Look for the good and praise it, which is just another way of saying count your blessings. And science does say you want to change your mood, volunteer, random acts of kindness, gratitude. Okay? Gratitude, which is part of what counting your blessings is. Look for the good and praise it. We're looking at all the little things and going, yeah, that's good. That's good. That's good. And it adds up into this amazing wave of good. All right. I'm going to take a deep breath and remind you that we are Creative Life Spiritual Center, Creative Life Spark. I'm the Running Rev Ryan on the social medias that I am on. I commend them to you. There are hours of content on the YouTube channel. We try and post stuff that is light, bright, funny, uplifting, and helpful. So all of that is available to you at any time. And if you want to know what's going on with the center, email info@creativelife.org. That gets you on the constant contact, which will have hot links that say, click here now, and they will take you right to the information you want. So, yeah, take care of that. No. Yes. I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. All right. I'm going to encourage you to have a great day, a wondrous day, a fantastic day, a magical day, an enchanted day, a wonder-filled day, an awesome day, an amazing day, a look for the power of God day, a bless the situation day, a bless the person day, a bless yourself day, a recognize that you are never alone day, a let go of fear and anxiety day, a realize that you are a choice day, a good day, and if that is too much pressure, simply have a day because you are enough just as you are. You're a beloved child of God and whom God is well pleased and well represented. You are a divine spark, a brilliant light. You are spirit in motion. You are God in action. Or as Reverend Jesse likes to call us, you are a godling. All right, beloveds. Get to know the truth of your being. Okay, so I encourage you to make regular trips to the source of your being. I want you to get to know who that source of your own being knows you to be. I can promise you that the person that God knows you to be is cool. So peel back all of the layers, the labels, the boxes, all of the stuff you've been told, stereotypes, archetypes, all of the stuff that culture, religion, society, gender normatives, all of that, peel all that back and get to know who God knows you to be. Okay? All right. I'm going to leap forward into the rest of my day. I'm going to remind you, Reverend David should be on around 5 p.m. with you. I'll be back with you around 9 a.m. tomorrow. Take care of yourself. Know that you are loved, and I will see you next time.